Hey man, what's poppin', y'all? Trizzy Gang in the hood. Trizzy Gang was good, family. Hey, we finna check out this video from the debate, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was not watching this debate. I was out at a friend's house. Couldn't honestly give a fuck about the debate. But hey, man, we here now. We about to watch the funny moments. Let me turn this up a little bit. But I watched the funny moments from this because I heard there was a lot. There was a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't really know anything about this. Don't really care for who about to be president. I really could care less. Don't mind the dog outside. But I could care less, to be honest with y'all. Harris or Trump. Really could give a fuck. Really couldn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But we're here anyways. Finna check out these funny moments. Let's see what's time. I wrote a
In
tab.
Springfield, they're eating the dogs. The people that came in, they're eating the cats.
Huh?
They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Alright, what?
She was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute, I'm talking now.
Oh, snap.
Does that sound familiar? Oh,
Does that sound familiar? It's crazy.
Bombastic side eye.
we have a president that we don't even know if he's. Where is our president? They threw him out of a
Donald
campaign
Trump is
like
crazy.
a dog. We don't even know. Is he our president? But we have a president, that doesn't know he's alive.
I ain't even lying. He not even lying. He not even lying.
Kamala Harris.
This is crazy.
Huh? Thank you.
I want to begin tonight with the issue that voters repeatedly say is their number one issue, the economy. Do you believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago?
I was
Yo, my
raised
bros,
in a
I'm
middle
sorry.
class kid.
And my room was upstairs right there.
I am actually the only person on this stage who has a plan that is about lifting up the middle class and working people of America. And that is why I have actually a plan to build what I call an opportunity economy.
What's that?
We know
I was just about to say that.
it's too expensive for far too many people.
Facts.
We know that young families need support to raise their children, and I intend on extending a tax cut for those families of $6,000, which is the largest child tax credit that we have given in a long time.
Oh, okay.
My passion, one of them, is small businesses. My mother raised my sister and me, but there was a woman who helped raise us. We call her our second mother. She was a small business owner. I love our small
Now,
business.
y'all, I think I've already said this before. I don't plan on voting, right? I don't plan on it because I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not too into the politics. Now, I need to because my ass is only getting older. But I'm not voting just simply because, bro, I've already said it, man. I haven't heard nothing from any president. It just makes me like, oh, no, I have to vote for you. You know what I mean? Like, I just haven't. I don't know what to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can vote for who y'all want to, bro. I don't judge people for who they vote for. Other than that, you vote for who you want because you like something they've said. It's that simple. So, of course, we're all going to vote for different people, bro. We're all not going to have the same viewpoints if we like something somebody is saying compared to the other person. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works. We don't got to hate each other just because we don't fuck with each other's viewpoints. Like, what?
My plan is to give a $50,000 tax deduction to startup small businesses. My opponent, on the other hand, his plan is to provide a tax cut for billionaires and big corporations. My opponent has a plan that I call the Trump's sales tax, which would be a 20% tax on everyday goods that you rely on and about $4,000 more a year.
First of all, I
Really?
sales tax. That's an incorrect statement. She knows that. You're lying! Other countries are going to finally, after 75 years, pay us back for all that we've done for the world.
I need some money. I'ma do it 200. Click it, Steven.
I better not get copyright on this, man.
Cash at me right now.
I took in billions and billions of dollars, as you know.
Billions and
from China.
billions, billions and
Took the
billions.
tariff off because there was so much money. that
Billions and
when
billions.
I had tariffs, and yet I had no inflation. We've had a terrible economy because inflation, which is really known as a country buster, it breaks up countries. I created one of the greatest economies in the history of our country.
Huh?
I'll do it again and even better.
Donald Trump left
Bro, I already said it before, bro. I'm sorry. Trump is beating her. Only reason why I'm going to say that, though, is because I just feel like the Trump supporters is crazy out here, bro. It's too crazy. She won't be able to withstand it. She won't be able to withstand it and take control. Like, her fan base is not as strong as Trump, bro. Motherfuckers have Trump's face, bro. I'm talking, like, blasted on, like, you know what I'm saying, a little poster outside their house, bro. She ain't beating him. I'm just being real, man. I'm not. She's not. And like I said, I ain't even voting, so it's not like I'm picking Trump's side or anything, but she's just not. She's just not. It's what it is, though.
the worst unemployment since the Great Depression.
Hey, man, it has been bad.
The worst public health epidemic in a century. Donald Trump left us the worst attack on our democracy since the
Fucking that nigga up with the.
And what we have done is clean up Donald Trump's mess. What you're going to hear tonight is a detailed and dangerous plan called Project 2025 that the former president intends on implementing.
Oh, let's read that.
Plan called
I'm not reading all of this, but okay. He want to ban abortions. We already kind of knew that. Higher taxes for the working class. Okay. Cut Medicare for what? Hold on. I'm trying to read a few of these, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. He said he said teach Christian religious beliefs in public schools. Now here's the thing, not everybody's Christian though. So I just feel like that's a little like, that don't really make sense, to be honest with you. Ban Muslims from entering the country? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. If you voted for Trump, you kind of fucked up though. I'm not gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, because there's few things that I fuck with Trump for, and there's also a few things I do not fuck with him for. You know what I'm saying? Ban books. What about slavery? Hold on, bro. All right.
2025 that the former president intends on implementing if he were elected again.
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail. Right to jail. Too fast, jail.
Yo.
Slow, jail. You're charging too high prices for sweaters.
Sweaters.
Right to jail. Have nothing to do with
sweaters.
2025. That's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it purposely. I'm not going to read it.
It's stupid.
None of
Come
it's
on,
true.
None of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up.
This was a group of people that got together. They came up with some ideas. I guess some good, some bad, but it makes no difference.
I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch.
Damn.
He talks about characters like Hannibal Lecter.
Has anyone seen Silence of the Lambs? The late, great Hannibal Lecter. He'd love to
I
have
don't know
you.
what he's talking about.
About windmills cause cancer, and what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early.
She really came that way? All right.
For real.
Go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. People that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there.
Really?
She can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics. That's because people want to take their country back.
Oh, okay.
A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed.
How old is
In
Kamala Harris,
Springfield,
bro?
They're eating
Kamala
the
Harris,
dogs.
it's a Camilla.
The people that came
Kamala
in,
Harris.
they're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Bro, what is he talking about? People eating
Make
cats?
America great again. She's destroying this country, and if she becomes president, this country doesn't have a chance of success. Not only success, we'll end up being Venezuela on steroids.
And that's just how
Really?
it felt.
Really?
She's explaining it to you.
Yeah, I'm just saying really.
Springfield city manager says there's no evidence of that. Vice
We'll
President
find
Harris,
out.
I'll let you respond to the rest of what you've heard.
Talk about extreme. I actually have the endorsement of 200 Republicans.
Oh, okay.
If you want to really know who the former president is, if he didn't make it clear already, just ask people who have worked with him. His former chief of staff, a 4-star general, said he has contempt for the Constitution of the United States.
Oh, okay.
His former national security advisor has said he is dangerous and unfit. His former Secretary of Defense has said the nation, the Republic, would never survive another Trump term.
Okay. See, I'm a different
Damn.
person. I fired most of those people.
For what? Why?
They did bad things or a bad job. I fired them. They never fired one person. They didn't fire anybody having to do with Afghanistan and the Taliban and the 13 people viciously and violently. They should have fired all those generals, all those top people, because that was one of the most incompetently handled situations anybody has ever seen.
See, y'all, I'm pretty quiet when they talk about all this because I don't really necessarily know what they talking about. I'm just being so honest, man. I gotta keep it real.
I fire them.
Under Donald Trump's presidency, he ended up selling American chips to China
China!
to help them improve and modernize their military. Donald Trump did with is he actually thanked President Xi. Look at his tweet. When we know that Xi was responsible for not giving us transparency.
First of all, they bought their chips from Taiwan. We hardly make chips anymore because of philosophies like they have and policies like they have. I don't say she has no policy. Everything that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now.
It's tough because I think my man's, you know what I'm saying, Steph Curry, some of the Warriors players, they fuck with Kamala, bro. I believe they do. Not that I don't. I have nothing against her, bro. I told you I don't know. Like, pretty much nothing. I don't know nothing, bro. Hey, man.
In fact, I was going to say her MAGA hat. She's gone to my philosophy, but if she ever got elected, she'd change it.
God have mercy upon us.
Donald Trump actually has no plan for you because he is more interested in defending himself than he is in looking out for you.
She doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan, and it's like 4 sentences, like run, Scott, run. She is Biden. You know, she's trying to get away from Biden. I don't know the gentleman, she says. She is Biden.
That's so crazy.
This is now your third time running for president. So tonight, 9 years after you first started running, do you have a plan, and can you tell us what it is?
Obamacare was lousy health care. Always was. It's not very good today. I said that if we come up with something, and we are working on things, we're going to replace it. I inherited Obamacare because Democrats wouldn't change it. They wouldn't vote for it.
Excuse me, can you record me real quick? Can you record me real quick?
Get somebody else to do it.
I had a choice to make when I was president. Do I save it and make it as good as it can be, never going to be great, or do I let it rot?
So just a yes or no, you still do not have a plan?
I have concepts of a plan. I'm not president right now.
Good question.
They getting on his ass, I ain't gonna lie.
I would only change it if we come up with something that's better and less expensive. And there are concepts and options we have, and you'll be hearing about it in the not too distant future.
When Donald Trump was president, he tried to get rid of the Affordable Care Act 60 times. I was a senator at the time. I will never forget the early morning hours when it was up for a vote in the United States Senate. And the late, great John McCain, you don't like him, you said at the time, because he got caught. He was an American hero. And I will never forget that night.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I will never forget the early morning hours.
Side eye. Side eye.
Walked onto the Senate floor and said, no, you don't. No, you don't get rid of the Affordable Care Act. You have no plan. And what the Affordable Care Act has done is eliminate the ability of insurance companies to deny people with pre-existing conditions.
Mr. President, you recently said of Vice President Harris, quote, I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black.
She was always only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be black. Is she Indian or is she black?
Oh my gosh, bro, come on, bro, that's crazy. From that Michael Jackson video, it's crazy.
Why do you believe
if you know, you know,
to weigh in on the racial identity of your opponent?
I don't, and I don't care. I don't care what she is. I don't care. You make a big deal out of something. I couldn't care less. Whatever she wants to be is okay with me.
But those were your words, so I'm
asking.
I
don't know. I don't.
Who said that? Who said that?
Trump probably just trying to say, man, I just said it's roaster. I ain't have no meaning behind it, nigga. I just said it's roaster. I'm just saying it's exposure, so everybody know the real her. That's pretty much what he did. Let's be real. That's why you don't have no explanation for it.
I read where she was not black, that she put out.
Huh? What did he say?
And I read that she was black. Either one was okay with me. That's up to her.
Honestly, I think it's a tragedy that we have someone who wants to be president who has consistently, over the course of his career, attempted to use race to divide the American people. I grew up a middle-class kid raised by a hardworking mother who worked and saved and was able to buy our first home when I was a teenager. The values I bring to the importance of home ownership, knowing not everybody got handed $400 million on a silver platter and then filed bankruptcy 6 times.
First of all, I wasn't given $400 million. I wish I was. My father was a Brooklyn builder, Brooklyn, Queens, and a great father, and I learned a lot from him. But I was given a fraction of that, a tiny fraction.
Oh, really?
that sucks.
And have built it into many, many billions of dollars. Many, many
billions.
And when people see it, they are even surprised.
Oh, good for you.
She's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist professor in economics, and he taught her well.
Oh my God! Wow!
She was
really going back and forth on it.
Minnesota. She went out. Wait a minute. I'm talking now. You don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
That sounds familiar. It's so crazy.
Really? Really?
I'm speaking.
It'd be important if you said the truth.
Oh, she actually said this before?
Does that sound familiar?
Oh, nah, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, that would have had me tight. That's why she was looking at him like, that's all she could do. That's all she could do. Really? I bet you in her head she was like, really, bitch? You really gonna take it there? I guarantee you in her head she was saying that.
Now. You don't mind, please.
He said,
Does that sound familiar?
That sound familiar.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
Really? Really?
I'm speaking.
It'd be important if you said
I'm speaking.
She went out.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye. Do you understand?
Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison.
What?
Her vice presidential pick says in the 9th month is absolutely fine. It's execution.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born.
Well, as I said, you're going to hear a bunch of lies.
Lies, lies, and more lies, and lies on top of lies.
I don't know what the fuck,
Donald
man.
Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade. Trump abortion bans that make no exception even for a survivor of a crime of violation to their body does not have the right to make a decision about what happens to their body next. That is immoral. One does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree. The government, and Donald Trump certainly, should not be telling a woman what to do with her body.
It's very true.
For 3.5 years after you lost
Very,
the
very
2020
true.
election, you repeatedly falsely claimed
That
that
shit
you
weak
won,
as hell.
many times saying you won in a landslide. In the past couple of weeks leading up to this debate, you have said, quote, you lost by a whisker, that you, quote, didn't quite make it, that you came up a little bit short.
I said that?
Are you now acknowledging that you lost in 2020?
No, I don't acknowledge that at all. I
Excuse
said
me,
that
y'all.
sarcastically. You know that. It was said, oh, we lost by a whisker. That was said sarcastically.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
One of the campaign's top lawyers responded saying, we won't let Donald Trump intimidate us. We won't let him suppress the vote. Is that what you believe he's trying to do here?
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. So let's be clear about that. And clearly he is having a very difficult time processing that. I said then, I say now. Has a right to defend itself. We would. And how it does so matters. Innocent have been killed. Children, mothers. This war must end. We need a ceasefire deal and we need the hostages out. We must chart a course for a 2-state solution. I will always give it the ability to defend itself, but we must have a 2-state solution where we can rebuild Gaza.
If I were president, it would have never started. She hates. She wouldn't even meet with Netanyahu when he went to Congress to make a very important speech. She refused to be there because she was at a sorority party.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly.
These dictators and autocrats are rooting for you to be president again because they're so clear. They can manipulate you with flattery and favors. So many military leaders who you have worked with have told me you are a disgrace.
Damn.
Emotional, damn it.
And we have a president that we don't even know if he's... Where is our president? We don't even know if he's president.
And just to clarify
They
here,
threw him out of a campaign like a dog. We don't even
Where
know.
is our president?
Is he our president? But we have a president
Mr. President.
that doesn't know he's alive.
I intend to be a president for all
I ain't
of
gonna lie, this Joe Budden experience has not been quite the right. I'll be honest. I'm saying shit, but hey, bro, it has not been quite the ride. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. In the comments down below, y'all let me know who y'all think is gonna walk away with this presidency. In my opinion, y'all, I don't know if he's got to see, man. Bro, take out.